how to make a heart-shaped cake. So my good sis wanted a tutorial and I'm finna show y'all. So these are all the ingredients that you'll need, plus a cake board and a decorating kit. I got this from Amazon and I got this cake pan from Kroger. I don't need to show y'all how to mix a cake right, but I just put my strawberries in a pan and then I sprayed it with some non-stick spray because I forgot. Put it in the oven for 350, baked it for 40 minutes, and I just freehanded those letters um, because I wanted to make my own words and I thought I was doing something. But I messed up by putting this on saran wrap. That's all I had, but you should use parchment paper if you try this. And I would definitely suggest making your own icing for the letters as well. And I don't know why I thought I could do this while it was in my hand, but yeah, I almost dropped the cake. And then I just flipped it over and we just gonna set those in the fridge to cool down. And yes, I let it raw dog the fridge. Anyway, forget the cake. This is what you need to learn how to make. The icing was so light and fluffy. It tastes way better. It didn't taste so artificial like the store-bought ones. And it helped the cake to stick together better, which y'all will see. But I use this gel coloring from Target. It's better to use gel coloring than the regular food coloring. And I would definitely suggest doing this with a hand mixer because y'all gonna hurt your arms trying to do this. But when you put your cake on the board, position it towards the bottom of it so you'll have room to put your heart into position. Y'all will see what I mean. But I'm just leveling out the cake and then I'm gonna square the cake in an X or a plus sign. And then you're gonna go from your left and right side of the X axis and meet it to the Y axis, if that makes sense. Then you just put in a little icing on it so you can move it and stick it down and it's gonna make your heart shape. I had to add a little bit more icing so it could stick better. And then you're gonna have to cut the middle to actually form that heart shape, which y'all will see. And I had to level it out again because it wasn't so even. Now we get into the fun part. So I'm just gonna start by doing what the bigger girlies call a crumb coat. Even though my crumb coat was like way thicker than what they would do. But this just helps with like getting all the crumbs under wraps, and leveling out the cake even more before you put on the final coat. And y'all, all of the tools that I'm using came inside that decorating kit that I showed y'all, and it was only like $30. But I'm just smoothing it out before I put it into the fridge. Then I took out my icing letters, and as soon as I tried to take it off, it broke. But I added my final layer of icing, then I smoothed it out. And my letters didn't go to plan, but I didn't do all the work for nothing. So I just finessed and added a piece of saran wrap on top, and I cut around it and just place it on top. And you will use these kind of tips for piping along the edges, but I wanted mine to look like a conversation heart candy. But yeah, that's basically